We've got the information you need. Turn us on at home, work, and in the car. AM 1300 KGLO.
Your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO, and streaming live online at KGLOAM.com. And it's time for our weekly check-in with Sybil Soukup to talk about what's going on at the Humane Society of North Iowa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
You didn't blow away outside.
Well, no. Fortunately, I'm pretty firm-footed,
It is what it is.
So right? I did not blow away.
We were just talking about, fortunately have a piece of siding or something on that's like right behind me on the outside. So if you hear this flapping metal type sound in the background, there is a reason. We're going to hopefully get it taken.
There's not people banging the doors in.
No. And the window's open, and because I walked in today and it's like, hey, it's 80 in here.
Yeah.
The heat's obviously
It was a sauna room.
And it's like, uncrank the window. This building for some reason just does not have. It's got natural cooling in the winter, and it's got natural heating in the summer.
Nice.
For the most part. So anyway, enough about talking about the building. Let's talk about your building and what's going on.
I mean, it sounds like a real estate issue that we need
to
deal with. Yeah.
But talk about what's going on.
Well, I mean, yesterday I would have gladly bounced in here and said spring has sprung, right? But now today, and then looking at the forecast, I'm not so sure. But, is it the month of April where they say April showers bring Mayflowers? Okay. So what do they say about April snow and ice? What does that bring you? Headaches and heartache.
I was going to say something not nice.
Yeah. That's a better answer.
Thank you.
So spring is eventually going to
happen yes.
in our area. And so a lot of people are wanting to get outside again and have some fun and, go for walks. And some people are wanting to get back out there and, maybe even huddled up all winter long. And you want to get back there and get walking and get running, get exercising again. And if you need an exercise partner, boy, have I got several for you.
Several.
So,
right.
I mean, just one at a time would be good enough.
Right.
But if you wanted to get several at a time, that'd be great too. But at the shelter, we have lots of dogs available for adoption. But in particular, we seem to have a run of the last year or two on Huskies and German Shepherds.
Any reason why?
And Husky and German Shepherd mixes.
Any reason why?
So, trending.
Theories?
Trending, I think that there's a lot of trends because there's, German Shepherds are popular in a couple of different TV shows. Huskies are popular in a couple of different TV shows. And so they're more, in the media and people see it. But also there's been a lot of mixed breeds like Pomskis, which are like Pomeranian Huskies that end up being more husky.
Right.
But, both of these breed dogs are beautiful and adorable when they're little puppies. But when they start growing up and getting bigger, these are smart dogs. German Shepherds are canine units for a reason. Like they are one of the smartest dogs in all of dog breeds. But they are like, if you took a toddler with an IQ of 150, you need to give them something to do.
Right.
Otherwise they will get themselves into big trouble. And that's a German Shepherd. You need to give them a regimented routine, tasks, physical and mental stimulation. So they need to be out walking. Sitting on a deck and throwing a ball to them will be boring and not enough. So a German Shepherd is going to be a wonderful partner for anybody that's physical. But people get them and they're adorable puppies and they're cute. And then they grow up and get this way. And they're like, well, this isn't the dog I signed up for, no training, no structure. And so it ends up in the shelter. Same thing with the Huskies. Now, Huskies are an extraordinarily smart breed as well, but they're also, I call them the drama queens of the dog world. If you have a husky or of Huskies, you've heard the husky howl. Right. And boy, is it like, just dramatic. And they have meltdowns over the silliest little things. They're like the toddler with, I'm relating everything to toddlers today.
Right.
But both of these dogs, though, are very special breeds and highly intellectual. But they both require a busy home. They're not couch potato homes or dogs. They are not, I'm going to sleep all day with you and hang out. Right. No, these are active breeds. But if you look at our website, we have a lot of German Shepherds, Huskies, and then some German Shepherd Husky mixes, or some that we're not completely sure if they're a full Husky or a full German Shepherd. So we just call them a mix. But there's a lot of beautiful ones. One in particular that's fairly new to us is a husky named Jeanette. And I mean, if you're at your desk right now, I encourage you to drop what you're doing and look on our website at Jeanette's picture, because she has eyes that are so blue that I've never seen a dog with such blue eyes. It's almost like a little scary,
right?
But beautiful. I mean, she's a really unforgettable dog. So if you, like I said, if you're at someplace where you have an opportunity, not in your car, drop what you're doing and go to our website, which is hsni.org. HSNI is in Humane Society North Iowa.org. And you can look at all of our dogs and cats there that are listed. But Jeanette in our dog listings is a German Shepherd that especially is beautiful.
I don't know if I've ever heard of a pet named Jeanette.
Oh, well, we have to get pretty creative out there.
Okay. Okay. We
go through several hundred.
I'll reel back on my comment.
We have had, oh gosh, what did we have? We had a dog named Bob. I think he was a Basset Hound mix and named Bob once. And that's our only basic Bob name. But we get a lot of little crazy names out there.
Because the only dog that I've ever known that was named Bob was David Letterman's dog. If you've ever heard, I would say go back on YouTube 40 years ago when he talked about his dog. We're not going to talk about that here because it was
40 years ago.
Interesting.
Oh,
tale.
I wasn't even around then, Bob.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right. That was way before
That's a
you
lie.
Even thought of. Well, I know, but yeah, like you say, we talked, and I asked you the question about, why, seeing more of those types of dogs. Is that kind of a, you get every couple of year trend on, well, this dog's popular because of that reason, or that you end up seeing, unfortunately, at the shelter?
For sure. So we go through phases where we'll see a lot of one kind of dog. At one point it was pugs. We had a lot of pug mixes or pug beagle mix, puggles, Chihuahua pug mix, a chug.
Okay. A chug.
Yeah. The interesting combo names are really funny to me. You put an oodle after anything, a doodle, and it's instantly a different kind of dog.
Right.
But dachshunds, we went through a phase of having lots of dachshunds. We've had lots of labs over the years. But right now it's the German Shepherd Huskies. Pit bulls are always in the mix because pit bulls, that's not a breed of dog. Pit bull isn't. It's an umbrella name for multiple terrier breeds of dogs that fit under that umbrella. So that's why it seems like there's such a prevalence of them in shelters and, in the country, but it's because the term pit bull covers so many different breeds. And
pit bull kind of carry, unfortunately, some people think pit bull, like, oh, I don't want that type of dog. But it's kind of a term that's kind of mislabeling, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, going back, and I could get up on a soapbox about this topic, which I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
You got a soapbox right here. Go right ahead.
What time do you go to bed tonight? I'll get you out of here by then.
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing, Bob. But, well, first of all, I'm going to guess because, I'll say we're going back to an age thing here.
Right.
Like me, were you a fan of the Little Rascals when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the dog on that show, Petey, he was a pit bull.
Right.
And everyone loved Petey, but pit bulls in that era, especially in the 30s, 40s, whenever that was, their 20s, pit bulls were known as the nanny dog. They're very protective of their family's children. And so people, moms could go off to the market, dads could go off to the field, and the kids would stay at home with the nanny dog, and she'd make sure they stayed out of trouble. And so over the years, that's how these dogs kind of became known as family caretaking dogs. Their greatest weakness is exploited by the worst people, and that is their loyalty to their owner. They will do anything that their owner wants them to do to make them happy. And, if that's protecting the children while mom and dad are out, if that's, being a good family pet that's active and happy and joyful in your family, that's exactly what they'll be. Now, if you're a nefarious person with with not so great intentions and you want a dog to like guard your house or guard your drugs, that kind of thing. Well, a pit bull will do those kind of things too if you teach them right. Teach them wrong. So, we have I've seen lots of pit bull breeds, and we're talking American Staffordshire Terrier and Bull Terriers, all of the dogs under that umbrella. I've seen hundreds of them come through the shelter over the years. And, I would say that the overwhelming majority of them are loving, adoptable, adorable family pets. Now, just like with every breed, though, we handle bite cases for the city of Mason City.
Right.
When a dog bites a person, they come in and they have to be held on a 10-day hold. People always ask me, is it always pit bulls? Actually, no. It's a lot of small breed dogs, because the most common bite is, unfortunately, little kids that go up and like hug a dog around their neck.
Right.
Or take a treat away, take the food away or toy. And little dogs are like, and they'll nip.
Right.
But we do also get in a lot of German Shepherds and Pit Bulls, Labs. It's a variety. I wouldn't say there's any more of one breed than the other. So again, going back to the Pit Bull conversation,
right.
They are wonderful dogs. I understand that people have reservations just because, the media and society just always has a image going around through the decades. I mean, again, I look back when I was growing up, it was Doberman Pinschers were the dogs that were bad and naughty. And then I think German Shepherds were in there for a mix as well. Mm-hmm. And then it was Rottweilers, and there's just always a breed that gets kind of stamped with a bad stamp for a while. And unfortunately, it's Pit Bulls right now.
What else do we need to talk about before we let you go?
Well, it's spring is eventually going to sprung.
Spring, yeah.
Sprung. And we are in need of volunteers. The shelter dogs, they love this kind of weather, even days like today when it's windy and, not as sunny, but it's still a lot of aromas in the air and they want to get out. Sure. And the majority of our dogs have indoor-outdoor access all day long. And the rest of them have outdoor time throughout the day, but they really would like to go for walks. And I don't have enough staff on hand that can just dedicate their time completely to that. So we rely on volunteers. Anyone can volunteer. If you're 18 or older, just show up, bring good walking shoes. Like don't come in flip-flops or slides, but just show up, sign a form. We'll show you around and get you started. If you're 16 or 17, you can volunteer unsupervised, but you need to have mom or dad or a guardian sign off on the volunteer form. If you're 15 and under, then you do need to come out with an adult because you're handling live animals, right. And we want to make sure everyone's kept safe. So check out our website for all the details about volunteering. We also encourage group visits that are scheduled. Please don't show up with 20 people
don't load up the bus right now. And
it happens a lot. And sometimes it's like school children and they need to have their mom or dad or guardian's permission to be there. Right. And so we can't let them interact with the animals. And anyway, if you want to do a group visit though to us, again, call the shelter and get more details and get it scheduled. And we'll tell you all the details that you'll need to know. But otherwise we are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, Saturdays from 10 till 2. And again, just show up. We will show you the way around. But Birch Drive, which is where our shelter is located on here, just down the street from you, is beautiful. It's starting to bloom a little, not bloom, but like you can see the buds on the tree. The geese are nesting. There's going to be baby geese here soon. Goslings, not Ryan. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, but it's a beautiful area out on South Birch Drive, and it's a nice area to walk dogs. So coming out and see us, we welcome everybody to come and hang out with our animals and meet all of especially the Huskies and the German Shepherds.
Give the website address and phone number again.
Yes. So website is hsni.org. That's HSNI as in Humane Society North Iowa.org. And our phone number is 423-6241.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks
awesome.
for stopping
in.
Sybil Soukup of the Humane Society of North Iowa here in your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO.